Advantage offside, pillars. No, we check the TMO check. Just time off here, guys. Sorry, time off.
That's it.
Advantage offside.
Joe, first and foremost, how do you just describe the emotion and how proud are you of the way you decided just fought and just found a way to get the job done in the end?
Yeah, really proud. Obviously, we made a few things hard for ourselves, giving them a head start at home, loud crowd, and then, very difficult conditions with a swirly wind and a very greasy ball, but we didn't control the kick-off well and often put ourselves straight back under pressure, which was frustrating. But we built our way forward, scored a couple of good tries, probably created a couple of other chances that would have been great to give us a little bit of maybe breathing space or put us into the contest on a more positive footing.
That patience late in the game as well, when you're just sort of running forwards along, just inch by inch sort of finding a way. Was that something you just stressed at half time, particularly after you went sort of 26, 27 faces to start the game with that new sort of result?
Yeah, it was just so hard to move the ball. I thought in the build-up to it, at the end of the game, we actually did some really good work, rolled our sleeves up, but we also, in the build-up to the second try, we did get to move the ball just a little bit, and I thought the players did incredibly well to handle the ball the way they did. I thought Len Ikitau gave us some great go forward with his punchy running and good footwork, and on the back of that, we sort of got onto the front foot.
Joe, Johnny Drennan here. What was going through your mind for those closing few minutes? I know you said before the heart has been racing pretty highly, but what exactly was going through your mind for those last few phases?
I suppose I'm just a spectator like anybody else at that stage. I'm just willing the boys to, retain possession, try to get onto the front foot, make sure that their work on the ground and on their feet is really positive, and just build their way forward. And I felt we did that. We put them under sufficient pressure that they got desperate and dived over the ruck clearly, which gave us enough time to, for Ben Donaldson to put those last 3 points on the board.
And Joe, you're obviously building the depth, and I don't think that's better illustrated than Carlos Tizano. Maybe as well, Harry, if you want to chime in. He was relentless tonight, he always is, but best performance in the jersey. What did you think from him?
Yeah, Carlo was awesome. He leads our defence, the way he just launches into everyone. He really set a platform for us, and then obviously the way he fetched the ball for us tonight was game changing, and a few times we're under pressure there and he reached in, got us a penalty, and won some big moments for us.
Hey Joe, looking at a win like that do for a young growing side that's gone through a lot of pain in the last few years?
Hopefully give it a little bit of a springboard, but really we know that in very different conditions, forecast 26 degrees in Santa Fe next week, we're going to be playing a different Pumas side, a very motivated Pumas side. So as happened with the Pumas and the All Blacks, at the very top level, the margins are fine, and that can swing very quickly. And even within a game, we saw earlier today a 10-point margin with 10 to go wasn't enough if a team really finishes over the top. And you know, I massive respect for Felipe Contepomi. I have no doubt that he will get his charges well and truly organised to create problems for us next week.
Harry, it was almost subdued celebrations, and I saw your post-match presser or interview with Stan. What's the feeling after a win like that? Because you know where the side is off the back of the box defeats. Like, how does the playing group feel off the back of something like that, which is very difficult to win in Argentina?
Yeah, it just gives us a lot more confidence, I guess. We are a young group and we've been building from the start of the year, and we played some decent footy against the Box, but they're the best in the world and we didn't get the results there. But felt as if we did improve in those games, and then tonight we just showed some more improvement, and just to get the win just gives that little bit more confidence to, I guess, keep improving.
And just to comment on Noah Lolosio, Joe, how did you find he played? There was a couple of difficult stages midway through that second half, but he seemed to respond quite well. Yeah,
I love the way he backed himself. He backed himself in the air a couple of times and didn't quite get the result, but backed himself on the ground and ran out from his own 22, almost set up Max Jorgensen for what would have been a fantastic length of field, almost length of field try. Forced the ball to Nick Frost at one stage when I think it would have been better off going downtown, but it's easy for people in the box with a full view to be able to make those decisions. He's in a very swirly, wet arena, a fairly hostile environment, and I thought he managed himself really well. But there's always things that he will pick apart. He's challenging himself more and more, and I like that in the way that he's trying to build his game.
Do you try and, how do you balance the continuity and then I guess seeing what else you've got there? Because you're obviously keen to give him time in the saddle, but then you've got a couple other playmakers in the team as well that are itching for their chance. And what are you seeing from Noah that keeps him in the forefront at the moment?
Yeah, I think you did right. It's continuity. We've had changes every time we change somewhere. Hunter Paisami got injured, and Hamish Stewart came in for this game, and I thought Hamish did really well. But you know, if you change a 10 as well, plus we change from Nick to Jake at 9. You start to then get a bit of a fragmented approach, and so we just wanted to keep some continuity, and we wanted to grow the confidence that Noah is starting to build.
Harry, this time last year you were playing the club grand final, mate. Can you just reflect on the last few days, but even just the year you've had, just now that you've actually played and captain? How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's pretty special to be sitting here right now. I guess, this time last year I was playing, honestly having the awesome time of my life playing with brothers and winning that premiership, but now to be sitting here after a Wallabies win, it's sort of pinch yourself moment, and I worked hard to get back here, and I really just want to keep building, and this is where I want to stay.
You happy with how you played and led? How do you feel? How do you rate yourself?
Not too sure. I'm sure I'll find a bit more Monday, but I'm just happy with one. So my job was to go out, play my own game and just try and get a result for the team, and for us to win, it's enough for me to be happy with it.
Last couple online, guys, we'll come to the room again.
Cheers. Joe, just a quick two-parter. One, is there any injuries out of it, and more of a lighter side? Do you allow the Wallabies to breathe, to have some wine tomorrow and just unwind a little bit?
I don't know what they'll be doing, but I'll be having wine. I might even have a couple of beers tonight. So, I think Isaac Collier might be the only guy. He picked up a bit of a knock, and to be honest, the things have happened pretty quickly because Augustin Creevy, obviously, massive respect, 110 caps, playing his last game today. So we were out on the field for quite a long time. So I haven't actually caught up on what the story is with Isaac.
Last one online, thanks guys.
Tony, do you want to jump in? I know you haven't had any questions.
You go, Johnny.
No. All right, cool. Joe, I was just wondering, reflections, it's your first
Obviously as head coach in the Rugby Championship for Leinster, you had the odd easy game, Zebra or whatever, Six Nations between Scotland, Italy and Wales. How do you find it in this championship where you're against semi-finalists, there's no such thing as anything we can experiment? How do you find that challenge?
Yeah, it is massively challenging. I think the Six Nations was always challenging as well. You know, you didn't take anyone lightly, but I suppose you get to know the opposition very, very well. At least I had the advantage of being involved recently in the Rugby Championship, and I'd know the players reasonably well, even the coaching staff. So there's not a lot of room to breathe. You know, you're trying to, I think Hamish is maybe our 15th debutant, and it's a whole team of debutants, but we're actually trying to build continuity and at the same time build some depth. You know, if we haven't got this player, then we can go to this player and try to build their confidence that they can step into the arena.
Thanks, guys. This is a couple in the room now.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, for us, I am Julieta Colimodio for Imparlantito del Gol. Congratulations for the victory first. And my question is for you both. The wedding in Buenos Aires, you know, is very bad. How do you feel the team that?
I thought Los Pumas were incredibly tough to beat tonight, and in very tough weather. I think both teams had to try to acclimatise and play in the conditions, and I actually thought both teams tried to play with the ball, maybe too much at times, and it made it tough. Carreras put the ball right in a difficult spot all the time from kickoff, and it made it very difficult for us, and immediately if we did score, we were back under pressure, which was difficult, and they scored early and brought the crowd into it. So it was uncomfortable, but we feel, I feel with the team proud of the way they built their way back into the game. So yeah, winning in Buenos Aires is very, very tough to do, and so I think we're all very relieved.
Hola, buenas noches. La pregunta para Joe y para Harry, si tendrían algunas palabras sobre el retiro de Agustín Crevi, que jugó su último partido. Joe tuvo la posibilidad en varios seleccionados de enfrentarlo y Harry obviamente con Australia.
Some thoughts about the Agustín Crevi retirement, his career. You were head coach in other...
Yeah, I have been sick of being beaten by Agustín Crevi. I was coaching in the 2015 World Cup with Ireland and got beaten in the quarterfinal, and Agustín was part of that. And so he's been a bit of a nightmare for me for the last 9 years, but what a champion. And disappointed that he couldn't go out with a win, but he certainly went out with the support of the people.
Yeah, well, I guess my whole life watching Argentina, he's always been the hooker. So it was pretty, I think one of my first time versing him. So it was pretty cool to verse him in his last game. And he's obviously such a legend. He's done so much awesome things in that jersey. So it was a pleasure to play against him.
Es una leyenda y siempre fue un placer poder jugar contra él y estar en este partido también en la plata.
Buenas noches, Juan y Rodríguez para Diario Litoral de la ciudad de Santa Fe, la ciudad en la cual la semana que viene van a estar enfrentándose ambos seleccionados una vez más. Y pensando en ese partido, teniendo en cuenta, la pregunta es para Joe, teniendo en cuenta, obvio, recién terminó si se piensa ya en alguna estrategia diferente, teniendo en cuenta que ya desde lo climático probablemente sea distinto el día y bueno, más allá del conocimiento que tengan entre todos.
Yeah.
You have obviously recently finished this game, but if you have a strategy about the weather would be different in Santa Fe, if you have some thoughts about the next game.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think some of the thoughts for next week will be what we work on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday this week, because we are expecting very much different weather. I think, therefore, it will be a faster game. We will need to be ready for the speed Los Pumas play at, particularly with some of their athletes like Chocobaras. He was a little bit unlucky tonight. I think he knocked it on when he might have gone through a gap. We can't expect him to do that next week. He's a very good player. Sinti the same. So they're dangerous out there. And obviously Montoya, they are always good hookers. I coached Mario Ledesma many years ago, caught up with Mario this week. He's a champion. Augustin Creevy won Montoya. So I'm sure that he will get the pack going forward as well, and it will be another massive challenge for us.
Voy a partes. Dice que la semana que viene seguramente haya un clima diferente, que van a trabajarlo el lunes, martes y jueves para poder ir a ese partido, que Argentina seguramente tenga una velocidad diferente de acuerdo al clima, con jugadores como Chocobares, también tuvo elogios para Montoya, y recordó a algunos de los hookers grandes jugadores que tuvo Argentina, como Mario Ledesma, que él fue el entrenador, Crevi, Montoya.
Hi, my name is Gabriel Sarkis from 22 Yardas Rugby and Diario Marca. What do you consider that were the main points in this victory?
Yeah, I think for us, I felt our scrum was good. Some of our line-out play right at the end there, we made the line-out work, but in very difficult conditions. And I thought that some of our handling was very good in the passing game, but not so much in the kicking game. And we will need to improve that for next week. Gracias.
Hi, congratulations for the victory. The question is for both. This victory is so important for you because you were in the last position and now you can be alive with this situation. You won this match that was so difficult because of the people, because of the weather. What are your feelings about this match that was so important for us, for you in this case, and for us with the Agustin Crevi retirement?
Yeah, I think we're still last. Unfortunately, we only have 4 points. I think Los Pumas have 5 and the All Blacks have 6 and South Africa have 14. So we still have lots of work to do, but we're just very relieved that we got the 4 points tonight because we want to be in the contest. And now at least we are in the contest, even if it's not to win. We're at least in the contest for second and third, potentially.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.